metal and hard rock, until recently hasn't really produced any bands of their own to aspire to international success, except for one or two, one of which I've got with me today. Please welcome Kiyoshi and Genki from Bow Wow.
Yeah. Hi, Mick.
How you doing, chaps?
Yeah.
Why do you think, I mean, I've just mentioned that Japan has always had a huge audience for hard rock and heavy metal. Why do you think it's taken so long for a band like yourself to actually come out of Tokyo and storm places like London and New York?
I think it's partly because of the question of language.
Yes.
Most Japanese rock bands don't want to sing in English, and in fact can't. And I think it's partly because of their attitude toward the music. What I mean is most Japanese rock bands, once they are successful in Japan...
They're happy with that?
Yeah, so they don't dare to go out of Japan.
As you've mentioned, you write all your songs in English, don't you? Does that present tremendous difficulties for you?
But we have some English
some
writers.
problems.
Yeah.
Are you have English writers that help you?
All right. I compose most of the songs, and I ask them to write lyrics, English lyrics.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's handy, isn't it? All right. Well, let's see how successful they are. This is Bow Wow now in Nightless City. All right, bit of Bow Wow there, all the way from Tokyo, Japan, and Nightless City. And not I Love Sally, as I keep calling it. Then, you know, I'm an oik. Now, obviously, there have been no Japanese heavy metal bands for years and years like they have in England and America and parts of Europe. So when you were just young teenagers learning your craft, what Western music were you listening to? What influenced you?
We were influenced by
Led Zeppelin,
Deep Purple.
Most of Japanese rock kids copy the Deep Purple and
it's all the old classics, isn't it? Does nobody listen to the new stuff like Iron Maiden or Def Leppard or...
Sometimes.
But
not as good, though, in your opinion, as the old stuff.
But Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple is still big in Japan. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You don't forget easily, do you? Now, the band actually have a brand new live album released this month on Passport Records called Bow Wow Live.
Yes.
This, I believe, is the band's fourth album, but first live?
Yes, fourth album and first live. Yes.
Where did you record it?
in Tokyo.
Nakano-san Plaza.
Nakano-san Plaza.
Similar to Hammersmith.
So it's a big hall full of people.
Yes.
Right. Now, also, it was recorded in Tokyo, but you're now a bit of an English band, aren't you? I mean, you live in England, you work in England.
Yeah.
Yes.
That presumably is to spread the gospel of Bow Wow over Britain and Europe.
Preachers of rock and roll.
Is this your big dream to be, you know, world famous, bigger than Deep Purple?
Yes.
Yeah?
Really?
Then maybe we'll have British bands coming out saying how influenced they've been by Bow Wow. Do you think that could happen?
Yeah, I hope.
All right, listen, thank you very much for coming in to see me today. Before we go into the next video, I must tell you that these boys are doing some gigs in Britain. Huntington on March the 14th, Reading March the 17th, Bristol March 22nd, and Poole in Dorset on April the 2nd. You are going to Europe as well, I understand, at some point this year. When?
Late summer.
We're going to hold them to that. This is Bow Wow, and Don't You Want to Come Home?
Well, I have Kyoji Yamamoto and Genki Itomi from Bow Wow, and you're going to be performing later. It's in Japan, you're a huge stadium band, and here you're not known at all. And what has made you decide that you want, because you're playing in very small clubs here, what's made you decide that you're going to do all this?
It's very simple. We wanted to break in the West, yeah.
And it doesn't matter for us if it's big hall or small clubs. We just love to play.
And would you describe your music as a sort of a Japanese heavy metal music? Do you think that's...
Yeah, we can say that. We can say so.
Yes.
Japanese heavy metal.
And is your music influenced by American and British music heavily?
Yeah, especially
Led Zeppelin.
Deep Pop, 70s hard rock bands.
Yeah, King Crimson, Pink Floyd.
Is that a very popular thing in Japan?
Not so popular. The situation is almost the same in England.
Yeah. so 70% pop music.
Pop music.
And most of them are rubbish.
There's lots of things in Japan that are sort of disappearing. Part of the old parts of Japan are disappearing. Is there anything of those things that are disappearing that upset you particularly?
Yeah, yes, we were losing a lot of traditions or cultural identity. And, in the process of modernization, industrialization. But I think every developed country has suffered in that regard. The same.
Yes, mass communication has done that to us all. Well, we'll be seeing.
Why a Beatles cover version anyway? How did that come about?
So about 2 years ago, only for Japan, there was a
Compilation album.
So about 10 Japanese artists played one of the Beatles songs for one album. So we joined that.
Yeah, initially it was only released in Japan, but in Friday Rock Show, Tommy played Helter Skelter once, and the reaction was quite good. Then Arista and we decided to release it.